I'm speaking with Rob Rickey, Chief Growth Officer at StraightLine. Rob, good to see you again.
Great to see you as well, Chris.
Rob, can you tell us about your professional journey from your education to your career path to how and why you came to your current role?
Sure, it'd be my pleasure, and thanks again for having me. I got my um, bachelor's degree in economics from Long Island University way back in 1992. So my career now spans about 34 years in financial services. Like many people, I started in this industry. I started in the service end, working with clients and servicing them, and eventually went into sales and to an advisory role. In those early days of my career, I also started to go back to school to get my MBA in banking and finance, which I did at Hofstra University here as well on Long Island. So, a little side note, both Hofstra and Long Island University both have made the March Madness tournament. So it's a very exciting time for us. Matter of fact, LIU plays at 1:30 today. So that's kind of how my career started. I eventually ended up at TIAA, where I spent 25 years and built and ran TIAA's independent advisor channel, which I would say has really been my driving, force in my career, which is this whole concept of helping individuals get advice within their retirement plan. So really making access to independent advisors available, fiduciary advisors like StraightLine, available to participants in retirement plans. And there was a great focus on that for me in the higher education space because I was doing it at TIA for so many years. I was there again like for 25 years. I built that business over and ran it for about 22. I left there in I think it was 2022. And that's when I started my own consulting business. And ultimately, a lot of the firms that I worked with while I was at TIA became clients. StraightLine was one of them. And as I was consulting them on certain business strategies, it really became very apparent that there was an opportunity to come together and join the firm in a role as a leader and executive for the firm as their chief growth officer and as an advisor. So I joined them full time in 2023, and we're 2.5 years, almost 3 years down the road of that journey. So it's been a great journey. I feel very fortunate.
Excellent. And can you tell us about a current professional focus of yours as well as why you're working on that in particular?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, Chris. Thank you. I think it was probably last month we had a news release about our partnership with a firm called Financial Wellness Labs, which is a financial wellness platform that we have engaged to try to enhance our services that we deliver to individual participants in retirement plans. And the concept behind all of that is really comes out of what I did at TIAA for so many years, which was really helping make access to independent advice to those participants in those retirement plans. And what I learned while I was there was there's this spectrum of advice services that are really required in order to engage as many people as you can within a retirement plan. And many of the individuals in a retirement plan don't necessarily need the full services of an independent registered investment advisor like StraightLine, whether they're early career or they are trying to pay off student debt or trying to save, or wherever they are in their financial journey. We want to think about how do we bring a service level that can meet them where they're at. And to do that, we believe that model includes the need to deliver financial wellness services, which includes technology and coaching from certified coaches to really meet those people who need help in early career or having financial stresses on the day-to-day part of their life, which really is not something that an independent advisor, well, we can help people with that. It's probably not the most efficient use of our time, given where our expertise is and what we do. However, if you can reach those people and they can grow into the point where they're saving now and doing more planning for retirement, then the services that we offer can become complementary to those financial wellness services. So we feel like we have the ability to meet people where they are in their financial journey, whether they're just starting out or they're later in their career between the services of financial wellness platform. and the education, communication, and advice services that we can provide as a registered investment advisor. And the beautiful thing about that, Chris, is that when we integrate those things correctly in a plan, especially in higher education, which is an area of our focus, we can do that at a price level that's very attractive to the institution, and as well to the employees, right? So we think that that's the wave of the future on how to get advice and prepare people for retirement, as well as dealing with the daily stresses of life.
Excellent. Thank you. Final question. Uh, do you believe in Hofstra for March Madness?
Oh, that's a tough one. Let me just say it this way. I'm very glad that both teams have made the tournament, and I'm very proud of both teams. I'll leave it at that.
Very good, Rob. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.